welcome back to my channel, Book Talks with Yo. My name is Yoanna and this is my Dewey's 24-hour read-a-thon. So this is the beginning of my 24-hour read-a-thon and I'm doing the Dewey's 24-hour read-a-thon. This is my first year that I'm participating here on BookTube at least. I think I've tried to participate once more, I think it was in 2017, but it didn't go that well. So I'm hoping that this time it goes better. But a bit about this read-a-thon, it takes place twice a year I think. Once is in April and once in October, and it's been running since 2013 I believe. And basically what this is you have 24 hours to read as much as possible, to read as many books as you can, or at least start them. So yeah, I don't think you need more information about this. I'm actually not starting it now, I just want to talk about my TBR now and I'll start later. Usually you're supposed to start at a certain time, I think it's 1 p.m, but I'm not really sure. But since I'm working tomorrow and today and the day after this, I am tweaking the rules a bit and I'm going to start at midnight today. Today is Friday, but by the time I start it will be midnight, so it will be technically Saturday the 24th of April, and I will read until midnight on, well, technically Sunday. So yeah, 24 hours, just a little bit differently. And I have compiled quite a big TBR, but this is because I'm a mood reader, so I'm not really sure what I'll feel like reading, and I want to have my options open, to keep my options open so I don't get into a reading slump or something like this. So I realized that I can't read all of the books I have here. I can't read all of them, but I'll try my best to read as much as possible, and if I finish at least 2 books, I would be really happy. So let's just talk about my TBR a bit. One of the books that I want to read is The Song of Hercules. I recently got this book, I've seen it a lot, I've heard so many people talk about this book, so I really want to read it, and it's not that long. It's around 352 pages, exactly 352 pages. So I believe that if it is engaging enough, I may have time to at least get through half of it, but we'll see how that goes. I am also in the middle of reading the first book in the Mortal Instruments series, which is City of Bones by Cassandra Clare in the Shadowhunter series. And the thing is, I've never read them. This is my first time reading them and I'm almost halfway through it, so I want to try and read some more or even finish it. I don't know. Then if I feel like something else, I have a collection of short stories here. I've read just 2 of them and I want to try to read some more. And this is something I may be reading as well. And 3 more things that I do have on my TBR. I'm not sure when I'll get to them, but still might try. Is this short book, Siddhartha, which is actually kind of different. I've talked about this in a previous video, but this book was a present for Saint Valentine's by my boyfriend, and it is not, I'm not sure what it's not exactly non-fiction, but it's non-fiction as well. So yeah, but it's something that many creative people have said that it inspires them and that they reread it all the time, so I want to check it out, and it's very, very short, so I think that would be a quick read to just have in the read-a-thon. And the 2 other things that I do have is one audiobook, because I will be going to work, but I have like an hour walking in each direction to work, so I may try to listen to an audiobook in this time, and this is Stalking Jack the Ripper. And I've been wanting to read this book for a long time, and I decided to go with the audiobook because I've heard great things about it. I've heard that it's a whole experience there, and I was happy to find out that the audiobook that I got has a PDF attached to it. You can look at pictures. Since it's about forensic science, I think that the pictures would enhance the reading experience. But as well as this, I realized that I will be listening to a kind of a horror story while walking. Sometimes it will be in the dark, but I'll just go with it. And my reasoning was, you know, it didn't happen in Scotland, it happened in England, so that makes it less scary. But then I decided to read, you know how there are 5 suspects of like killers that are suspected to be Jack the Ripper, and one of them was actually lived in the town that I live right now, in Dundee, and he was executed here. He was actually the last person to be executed here. So yeah, that was an interesting information that I got. And then I also have something on my ebook if I want to read on it, and this is Get a Life, Chloe Brown. But as I said, I most certainly won't read all of those books, but I want to keep my options open, so I do have them on my TBR. But yeah, without further ado, I'll see you at midnight. So it's officially midnight, so this is the start of the 24-hour read-a-thon. And it turned out that I had a busier shift than I expected, and I worked more hours than I expected to work. So I only came back around an hour and a half ago. We just had some dinner and I'm tired. I was not supposed to be that tired, but I'll go make myself a cup of coffee, which I know is a very smart choice at midnight. But yeah, I'll make myself some coffee, I'll grab some snacks, and I'll start reading this one. I decided this to be the first book of my read-a-thon, The Song of Achilles. It's a new book, I want to start it, I'm excited, and yeah, I will update you when I get my coffee. So now I have my coffee with me, I have snacks, which is milk chocolate peanuts, which is my favorite. I have a comfy blanket on, cozy comfy blanket, because it's cold. And I have my book and I'm ready to read. I'm actually excited to start this book because I've been wanting to read it for quite some time. So although I'm tired, I'm excited, and I hope coffee helps and keeps me awake for at least an hour more. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Hi, it's me again, and I'm still cold as you can see, but I probably, well, you can probably guess it's morning already. It's 6:30 a.m. right now. And what happened yesterday? I've read around 20 pages from The Song of Achilles, and then it got really cold here, so I decided to go to bed and snuggle in bed. And I decided to read Get a Life, Chloe Brown there, because I didn't want to turn on the lamp there. So yeah, I read another 15 pages of Get a Life, Chloe Brown, and then I fell asleep. I fell asleep with the audio, like the ebook, my e-reader on my face, and I had like a big mark on my face this morning. But yeah, I'm not mad at myself because I was expecting myself to fall asleep. I was tired, but here I am. I will continue reading now. I'll have my yogurt and I will read some more, and then I'll go make myself a coffee and just spend the whole day until I have to go to work reading, and then read some more after work. But yeah, I can't really say much about the books because I've read just a bit. But yeah, I actually wanted to wake up at 5:30 a.m. and I did, but I fell asleep again. So yeah, here I am an hour later. I'm ready to read. I woke up like 20 minutes ago. I did my skincare thingy. So anything you want to hear from the future, here I want to say skincare thingy. But my sleepy brain at 6 a.m. said scare care. I have no idea what that is, so yeah. And now I'm ready.
And everything we search a meaning, every cloud has silver lining. As long as you are still.
So, I've been reading this book for the past few hours, and I've reached the 100th page, and I am already in love with this book. I am just loving it so much. It's really interesting because a few years ago, when I was still in school, I studied some of the Greek myths because we had them at school, and I was interested by that. Well, I wasn't that interested, but I was interested in part of them, and Achilles was one of them, and he's here, so I'm glad. And it's actually a very nice story. It's written very beautifully. I just love all the descriptions, and the writing style is just amazing. This is Madeline Miller, amazing writing style, and I'm loving also the story so far. And we follow Patroclus. I hope I'm pronouncing his name correct. So we follow him, and we follow basically the myth about him and how he was exiled from his from the kingdom where he lived, as he accidentally killed another boy. And he is sent to another kingdom where Achilles lives, and he is brought up together with him, and soon Achilles chooses him as his companion, which for a prince is a very important thing, because it's not just choosing a friend. This is someone who in war will fight next to you, and in peacetime will be something like your advisor. And they slowly become best friends, and then their friendship grows into something more, and it's just so beautiful to read about. And I'm just mesmerized by the story. And now they also met the centaur Huron, and I love this because I can't stop thinking about Percy Jackson right now when I'm reading this. And yeah, it's just so good. I just can't stress enough how beautifully written this book is, and yeah, I just can't stop reading. But I will stop now, as I am sensing that this book is about to start breaking my heart slowly, and I've seen many people cry at this book, and I think I can sense where this is going, because I do know the myth about Patroclus and Achilles, and I am not ready for this. It's 10 a.m. in the morning, I'm not ready to cry. So I will stop for a bit and I will read something else. I think I'll just read that one, the short something between fiction and non-fiction that I told you about, because it's very different from what I'm reading, so I won't be distracted by the story, but I can just detach myself for a bit from that story and from those two boys, because it's just adorable, and I'm not sure I'm ready to break my heart. So yeah, I'll read that one. It's very short, so I'm hoping I can read it in one go, and then I can go back to the Song of Achilles. But I'll update you later. So I've been reading this book, and I think I'm around halfway through it, and it's actually very good. It's very different, and it's actually not non-fiction. It's not non-fiction, but it's not fiction either. It's a very different, even in the introduction it says that it's not a novel, it's not a novella, it's more like a journey. Like, you follow this person, Siddhartha, and you follow his journey trying to discover the real meaning of life, and throughout the way he learns different things and he learns about himself. But I'll talk more about it at the end. But yeah, I had to pause this for a bit because I had to prepare something for lunch, and in the meantime I started listening to Stalking Jack the Ripper.
Thomas walks closer, his attention landing on me for the briefest moment before moving on to the cadaver. Maybe he fears the threat they pose, or perhaps he's some sort of religious zealot, ridding the world of whores and harlots.
And wow, I just finished listening to chapter 5, and I'm already mesmerized. Like, this story is so good. I'm not even sure what exactly about it, but it really gripped my attention, and it's made me smile a couple of times and even laugh. I love the characters that we have. It's really interesting, but as I said, I'll talk more about it when I hopefully finish it. But yeah, it's a bit it's not really creepy yet because I haven't gone out, but it's starting to be kind of creepy, but at the same time it's very engaging and I love the characters. So yeah, it's forming a really interesting story and I'm liking it so far. Oh, and there was this part because the main protagonist's father, he's very concerned about her health, and he's like overly concerned and overly protective, and she's talking about how he makes her wear a mask outside because he believes that this will protect her from the like germs and everything, and she doesn't. And yeah, it was just a funny thing to hear in 2021. But yeah, so far I'm loving it. Now I'm waiting for the lunch to be ready because it's in the oven. I will hopefully continue reading this and maybe finish it, and yeah, I'll update you after this. So another quick pause from reading so we can have some lunch and watch an episode of The Office. 1 or 2 maximum, and then I'm going back to my book. So I just finished reading Siddhartha, I just finished reading the book, and I've been trying to gather my thoughts for the past like 10 minutes, but I don't know how to describe this book precisely because it's not like anything I've read before, and it's like, it is indeed a reading journey. It's like a whole experience, and basically what this is like, it's a great allegory for a man who is on this lifelong quest of discovering himself and discovering his the truth of life, and trying to rid himself of his ego, of his self, and you follow him through different paths, and you see him make mistakes, you see him learn lessons, you see him deal with different like struggles in life, and it is very, very interestingly written. It's very well written. I really liked it, and I actually read that many people refer to it as a prose poem, so it might be considered like this as well. But yeah, it was just very good. It's just, yeah, I can't really describe it with words because it's not like a conventional book, so you can't really talk about it. You can't really talk about plot or heroes, like characters, although you do have characters, but it's not like, yeah, I hope you get what I mean, and I hope I'm making sense. I have slept only for 5 hours, but yeah, I really like this, and now I'm making myself a cup of coffee, hopefully the last one for the read-a-thon, and then in an hour I have to go to work. But in the meantime, I will go back to the Song of Achilles and hope it doesn't break my heart before work because I don't want to cry on the way there. But yeah, this was my update for now. I really like Siddhartha, and this is a book I would highly recommend. It's really short, like, it's not that short, it is short, it's just 170 pages, but it reads really quickly because it's, as I said, it's a journey, so you are also traveling together with Siddhartha. So yeah, I recommend it, and now I'm going to make myself a coffee.
And everything we search a meaning, every cloud has silver lining. So as you are.
So, another reading update. I came back from work. I had a longer shift than I expected again, so it's a bit late because we did have dinner and watched 2 more episodes of The Office. But now I'm here and I am probably going to just read a few more pages of this one, and then I'm going to call it a night because it's almost midnight. So yeah, I'm really happy with the reading I did, but I'll update you at the end of this vlog. But I started listening to Stalking Jack, like I continued listening to Stalking Jack the Ripper, and it's just amazing. I'm loving this story so much. I've listened to until chapter 10, I think, so far, and I think I'm 1/3 into the way of the book because it's 9 hours and I have around a bit less than 6 hours left. But yeah, I've been listening to it on my way to work, and I honestly had to bite my smile back because I was grinning the whole way while I was listening to the book. The banter between the characters is amazing. I'm just loving it so much. It's great. It's brilliant. I'm loving the characters. We have this girl, Aubrey, I think it's Audrey or Aubrey, Rose and Thomas, and they're just, they're amazing, and their banter is just my favorite type of banter, the jokey, witty style, and he is a brat, but a charming one. But so yeah, I'm loving it. I'm loving Nathaniel as well, which is he is Audrey's brother. And yeah, the story is getting more and more mysterious, and I'll probably continue listening to it tomorrow. But yeah, I'm just loving it. I'm so happy I picked it up, and I'm so happy I picked up the audiobooks. It's really good. And I'll go back to my favorites, because my heart belongs to this book right now, and I already feel like this is gonna be my favorite book, and I'm not even halfway through it, and I already know that I just love this one so much. But as I said, I will probably spend another half an hour, hopefully, reading, and then I'm just going to call it a night. So that's the end of my 24-hour read-a-thon. It's actually the next day, it's the morning, and yeah, I am really happy with the books I've read. So I managed to finish Siddhartha. I am halfway through Song of Achilles, and I'm around 1/3 of the way of Stalking Jack the Ripper. And I loved all of those books. I am so happy with my choices. Usually for those read-a-thon I choose one very good book and the other one is just mediocre, but this time those 3 books, all of them were just perfect. And I will continue listening to Stalking Jack the Ripper, and hopefully I'll finish it either today or tomorrow. And I'm also hoping to finish the Song of Achilles soon. But yeah, I think this is, if I have to choose only one out of those 3, like a favorite, it would be the Song of Achilles, because this book is just amazing. It's just so good. And yeah, it's already breaking my, like, it's slowly starting to break my heart. And yeah, I managed to read I think a chapter. Yeah, I read another chapter yesterday before I went to bed, and things are starting to get into the direction that I am expecting, because I know the myth, but I am a part of me just hoping that they get a happy ending, because I love Achilles and Patroclus so much, and I love their relationship, and I just want them to be happy. But yeah, I will continue reading it, and I will hopefully let you know my full thoughts on the book after I finish it, because I think this is gonna be one of my favorites. I just have this feeling. So yeah, overall I managed to read just a bit over 400 pages, which for 24 hours is very good for me. I'm happy with this. Yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I really hope to see you all next time. Until then, have a smiley week. Bye!